last night in our performance?
Ah, yes. Rama, along with Lakshmana, Hanuman, and the monkey armies, formed outside the palace. The gates opened, and the demon armies moved against them. In the fierce fighting that ensued, Lakshmana fell unconscious on the field, and Rama, riding Hanuman, came to his rescue. Eventually, when Rama and Ravana faced each other, Ravana fell and lost his crown. Not wishing to kill an opponent who had fallen, Rama declared, "Enough for today, go home and return tomorrow."
And that's where we stopped from last night's performance, right?
No. Ravana requested the counsel of his uncle, Malayavan, after his defeat. That is where we stopped. But before we sing tonight, we have a duty to perform.
Ah, of course. The Honorable Guru Keef has sponsored this exquisite performance this evening and provided us with an excellent array of catering from Purple Chopsticks. For them and their families, for generations to come, we call on Bhagavati to bless them with good fortune.
Now, Ravana is lamenting his defeat to Malayavan.
Ravana, what disgrace is there in defeat? You fought fairly on the field. Of course, I did warn you that your horoscope held no victory, but you ignored me and listened instead to the shouting of your armies. Now you say that only Sita worries you. But what is she to you? Look, you are a great warrior. What is all this needless fear about?
If Sita finds out, I would be disgraced. That's what. I thought I couldn't lose. I had elephants and horses, while Rama only had monkeys. But what a horde of monkeys they were. From nowhere, Hanuman leapt up and challenged me to a duel without weapons. I made a huge fist and pounded his chest. He was stunned, but regained his balance. Then I bared my chest, and Hanuman struck a blow I cannot describe. It reached the stubs of those 32 elephant tusks cut off in my chest, and I fell down. Even now I feel the pain. We had other enemies too. The gods who gathered to watch chanted mantras for Rama and conducted sacrifices for his victories. Our soldiers fought, but they fell in heaps, losing their heads, arms, and legs on the field. With vultures picking at their bodies, suddenly I was all alone, facing Rama. Then the vultures, clutching bloody flesh in their beaks, flew off in such a mass that for a moment the sun was blacked out. Suddenly, my crown was drenched in blood and flesh from those vultures flying overhead, while the god showered Rama with a crown of flowers. The humiliation was unspeakable, not only for me, but for the entire demon race descended from Brahma and Pulastya. The world knows that Rama attacked us because I stole Sita, and now I look like a fool. I can't believe it. The greatest Raja in the 3 worlds, beaten by 2 men and a bunch of monkeys.
It all proves one thing, Ravana. No matter how strong one is, an alliance with others is indispensable for victory. Not just any support, though, for it must also be timely. Like the husk that protects the grain. The husk may seem useless, but for a time it's essential. From your account of the battle, I'd say the error lay in your decision to face the enemy by yourself.
I did have support, Uncle. Mountainous armies of spear-carrying demons, a full 200 divisions, advanced against Rama. But they are no more. After Rama's arrows flew, not one head remained on a horse, an elephant, or a soldier.
Oh, 200 divisions annihilated by one man is highly unusual. And they all lost their heads, you say? There's something strange going on here. It's not just a matter of strength, because you've got that. Is it Rama and his arrows, perhaps?
Yes. Everyone said, "Don't worry, Rama is a mortal man." Well, he may be human, but his arrows are not.
Tell me more about his arrows. Why could nothing stand against them?
Well, when the head is cut off, what can one do? And it's not just Rama. There's his brother, Lakshmana, too. As Kampan said, even if Shiva, wearing the waxing moon, and all the gods in these 3 worlds stood firm with my armies, we would not defeat Lakshmana, brother of Rama, whose mighty bow showers arrows upon us. This first line about the waxing moon alludes to a story. Shiva is usually called Moon Crown, but Kampan uses the words waxing moon to remind us of the tale of Daksha Raja and his 60 daughters. Many daughters married, but 27 remained with him until one day he asked the moon to marry them. And the moon agreed. However, as the moon was leading his lives away, Daksha warned him, "Treat them all equally. If you show preference for one, I will punish you." When they arrived in his country, the moon was fair to them all. But there's destiny, Ula Vinai, which no man can control, not even ascetics or Brahmins. No one. As it turned out, the moon loved one wife deeply, and the other 26 complained to their father, who cursed the moon. "Your strength will now decrease, and the sun's will increase." From that day forward, the rays of the moon grew weaker and weaker, and the sun grew hotter and hotter. Finally, as the moon was about to fade out completely, people on earth sought relief from Naranya, who went to the moon and said, "Quick, before you have no power, go and ask Shiva for refuge." To Shiva he went, and was comforted by these words, "I cannot change Daksha's curse, but I will give you the strength to regain your 16 phases each time you lose them." And that is the origin of the waxing and waning moons of each month. But, and this is the point, even if that powerful Shiva and all the other gods joined me and stood against Lakshmana, we would meet defeat.
Well, that's Lakshman. Tell me about his brother, Rama.
Rama? He needs nothing more than the arrows he holds in one hand. His arrows have yogic powers, and they follow you everywhere, into the netherworlds or up into the heavens. Even the cosmic fires that destroy the world would be burned by his arrows, which obliterate everything, including any mouth that questions their powers and any mind that disregards their purpose.
But Ravana, you're a great warrior.
Listen, Uncle, when Rama releases his arrows, I don't know how to describe them. He shoots so fast, such a flash. They even blind the gods. Straining my 20 eyes, I can't tell if he's lifting his bow, fitting an arrow, or shooting one. When he does shoot, the whole world becomes one enormous arrow. It's utterly hopeless. He is no ordinary man. I'm sure you know of the power of Shiva's trident. And what of the great power of Indra's mighty thunderbolt? Or what about Vishnu's unparalleled discus? Well, none have the strength of Rama's little finger.
Oh, tell me more, Ravana.